Alright, we should be live in approximately 2 seconds. Hello everyone, welcome to today's live stream where I am preparing a Plexus product for Gumroad and possibly Blender Market, not too sure. But here's the Plexus effect, two parts of it. One is just the standard, ooh, points moving around like that, and it looks very nice. The other one is falling points being connected by Plexus stuff, which also looks pretty good. And yeah, just a couple more examples over here. So I'm trying to make more examples of this for this to be for when it's put up on Gumroad, probably later today. And I'm not entirely sure what to do next with it. Like, I'm thinking, ooh, maybe I should change the shaders on these to make it look a bit better. But I'll need to figure that out. Yeah, not too bad. It's interesting to see how this works. Because with this version, I only wanted lines to only go to one place instead of, if I turn off delete duplicates, all of them go to everywhere, which means that there's duplicate lines going everywhere. So as we can see, there's two lines doubled up. If I set it to 0.5, then that means that these will go to the midpoints, which is okay, but the delete duplicates part makes it a lot easier and lighter on the machine, because I think it halves the amount of... Actually, I need to look in the spreadsheet about that. Let's look in the spreadsheet real quick. With delete duplicates on, we have... Oh, let's turn off that part right there. We have 3,000 splines doing their thing. Oh, that looks so cool. And then with delete duplicates off, that jumps up... Wait a second. It jumps up to... Okay, so 12,000 control points versus 5. Okay, so it's about... Here, let's take a look. Yeah, about the same. So that's good. Let's change this back to the shader editor. So yeah, I need to find cool little demonstrations of how to make the Plexus effect look good. I can think of one cool one. So if I have the Plexus connections and say actually, let me use a geometry node setup to demonstrate this. This will be a good example. So geometry node editor, and I'll have a new material for this as well. So I'll make a mesh circle. I want two of them. I'm going to join these together, so join geometry. Put that up into here. That is too many. Let's set it to 8 for now. 8 for both of these. But I want this one to move using the transform geometry node. I'll use the scene time to affect the rotation using a vector math multiply node. Just like that. And let's make the radius half. So here we'll see if I lower the connection distance. Well, that looks pretty cool. There we go. So here we can see, there's a bit too few. There we go. Here we can see all the new points getting connected and generated and all that good stuff. Now if I increase the connection distance, you can see more and more stuff is starting to appear, which is very cool. We should probably make an exclude this section part of it. Or maybe not. No, I'm gonna keep it simpler. Because, yeah, no. That makes sense. I was thinking, oh, how do I separate the middle part from connecting to itself? But that doesn't... I'm not entirely sure I can do that. Alright. Maybe a minimum connection distance? Maybe that's not necessary. Okay, other than that, that's cool. Let me make it so that the ring... Let's switch around the radius of these two rings. So one will be like that. Interesting. Let's increase the connection radius. That looks very trippy. I think that's a good example. And then a new material for it seems good. So let me copy that one, apply this to here. Let's go into the shader editor. Let's go and switch with the colors a little bit. So I'm thinking more of a like purple hue for that. But let's put it on the gradients. So here we can see with this gradient attribute, I can have the middle be different than everything else. That's interesting. I could also make this three-dimensional, but I'm not sure if that's all too necessary. Let's go into the geometry node editor for this and switch it from a mesh circle to a cone. Just to give it a try. Use the length of the segments to change their colors. Potentially. Wait, where's the top of the cone? Oh, right, because it's... There we go. So there we have that. They'll do that. I'm not sure that's all too necessary. Maybe it is, because that is extremely cool. Radius top and all that. Wait, but that's moving. So if I make it so that the part that doesn't move is in the center, how does that look? Oh my goodness. That is a look and a half right there. It is interesting just how many patterns you can get with this. I think the cone is still a little bit too weird. I think just a flat plane might be good. Or maybe let's change the amount of vertices here as well. So that we have, say, a triangle. That's a good demonstration of it. Then we have that. Which... I think a triangle would be best because it shows, you know, where the connections start and end. Maybe not. Well, that is the trippiest thing I've ever made. Maybe 8 was the right. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna keep that, but we'll see. So seeing how this one works, this one looks very, very cool. Oh yeah, let me try that. Instead of that, it will be an icosphere. One moving, one not. And I just hope that it doesn't... Ooh, cool. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh no, I was like, oh no, is that like a... I thought that was an error, but it turns out it's just, like, connection distance stuff. Okay. Good to know. 1, 2... Oh, wow. Interesting. I think that kind of hides how good that is supposed to look. Let's try a spiral. Spiral. To mesh. Interesting, interesting. Let's set the radius to be less, the height to be less, and the start radius. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to use that. Set that to 0. Whoa. That's a Windows screensaver and a half right there. The colors are kind of not feeling as great this time around. Let's set this to 0.5. Set that up to there. Maybe 1. Maybe 3 rotations, or 4. Oh, that's cool. Looks like it makes a mesh. Some of the worst topology you've ever seen, but it looks cool. Resolution, I could bring that down. I don't know. Like, these two are the strongest examples. How do I make it look even better? I have one idea. I can essentially try to, say, have a mesh circle, kind of like what I had before, just rotating. Like that. But I also offset it. And then I'll have another version that's kind of mirrored. Apologies for the confusing node tree. That's like negative. Wait, I need to... Ah, there we go. Interesting. Here we go. And let's set the radius up. Gets trippy so fast. Let me make this look a little bit less trippy. Like green, I think, may look better in this case. There we go. A little more peaceful than the gobbledygook from before. Let's go back into the GeoNode editor. Then increase the amount. Six, no, 8, yes. Then that. I don't know, I'm still not quite feeling it. Materials there, I think, are good. But yes, the shader based on the length, I think, is a very good idea. So I will implement that. Store named attribute by the length. Hopefully that doesn't increase the time. Spline parameter length. There we go. Oh no, wait, I just need the other one. Spline length. There we go. That one. Just have this be a length. That's the benefit of doing it with curves. So this is just store length. There we go. That seems good. Yep. All good. Internal dependencies. No, that's the wrong one. Okay, length. Let's incorporate that into the shader. I should make one glowy one for this. So here we'll be able to see the difference. So let's get the length attribute. Take a look. Okay, so here we should be able to see color ramp. Let's make this a constant. Yep, makes sense. Makes sense to me. Now let's color these in order to make it a little more apparent. Which ones are more stressed than the others? Oh, I like that one. That reminds me, I forget which game it is. But it was like it would show the stress of the materials. Yeah, and the range is like mapped to 1, but that's fine for this one. But for there, not so much. So I need to divide it. I just want to see. Interesting. Okay. Are you on the loops patch? No. For this one, no. This was inspired by the loops patch because I made this version of Plexus before. Kind of based on Intagma's tutorial, but I kind of spiraled into my own thing. I made a lot of changes to it. And since it's a much more simplified version, or more toned to what my means were, I was thinking, oh, that'll be very useful for folks. So I'm wrapping it up into a product. So that's good for that one. Let me switch this back to line material. Let me hook this into there. That's very interesting to see. What does it look like on here if I switch this out for material 01? And let me also divide it again to see what that does. So that does that. Again, that's looking a little too trippy for my liking, so I'll switch that back to the other material. Well, this one I think looks pretty much perfect. Geometry node editor. Let's increase the... Ooh, that's not looking too bad. Then it just evolves into that. Which can look cool. So here we just have that where it connects. But I think that one or this one is a good demonstration. I'd say so. So let me set this to like 0.5. No, 0.7? How is that perfect? 7.5. Nope, 0.7. It just makes a green. Yeah, that's a good demonstration. This one will be animate. Rotating circles. There we go. Let me get rid of everything else that's not needed in this one. That's just for the mirror right there. So let me put that in a frame. I don't want to spend too much time on like the customization aspects of it. Okay, so just vertices, radius, rotation speed, and then offset. Okay, let me put this into a nice little frame right here for that. And then a frame right there. Trying to set this up really quickly. So this is offset. This one is mirror. And this one is rotation. Hide those just to compact it, make it better. So this is rotation speed. Even though I probably should make that only on the z-axis. Even though people might find it fun to, you know, make it rotate like that. Might be fun. So this will be off. That. There we go. All well and good. So there's another one for the testing. Line material 3. There we have it. Okay. This one's a lot more low-key than the rest, but I'm fine with that. Let's also bump up the line size. So like that. Yeah, I think that's fine. Is that the same size as before? That'd be very comical. Yep, the cube's fine. Maybe a glowy material for that one. Let's give that a go. Shader editor. Just the... oh. Oh yeah, that makes sense, because it's assigned here. Alright, let's go and set this to... that, just the gradients. Ease. Want this to be set to nothing. Let's take a look. So kind of like, yeah, that seems good. I'm going to switch this to white for the beginning, and then I'll use the power. Wait a second, is something wrong here? Why are there duplicates? Oh no. Looks like there's still a few duplicates. I think I broke something internally. Where are you? Greater than? Any duplicates? No, there's still what did I... less than? Did that fix it? I need to look back at that and see what I broke. Greater than? No way. Is that supposed to be floor or ceiling? Sorry everyone, bug fixing time. I'm gonna figure that out later. Because it's not a problem here. Yeah, no. It's not a problem there or there. Maybe it's not a problem and it's just in my head. That was less than or equal to before, I think. Alright, so back to the shader editor. Let's go and switch this to be complete white, and then I'll use a power node. Put that to like 2 just to make the emissive gradient better, and then a multiply node, and then set that to emission strength. And that needs to be set to 0. That needs to be, there we go. Let's set that to be a bit higher. Linear. Alright, I have bloom disabled. Still, yeah, there are still duplicates there, so I'll need to figure that out. But does that need to exist? Let's switch it to that, turn on the bloom. It does look good. Let's use a ping pong node just so that I don't have to keep editing that half of it. There we go. So just like that, and then turn up the power node just to give it a better ease. But the problem is with the bloom on, everything is just way too bright. So maybe not that. Maybe I'll just use it for the color instead of actual emission. Because, you know, it's not, you know, it's okay to stay away from that. Oh yeah, that looks good. Maybe I'll try that on this one. Let me try swapping it out real quick. Ooh, I think that might look better. I think it looks better. Huh. Set this to ease so that looks even better. Yeah, that looks good. Very constructive. Feels like nanobots are gonna just appear and start making a building. Which actually, that might be a really good idea. Okay, I like that shader better. So I'll go and use that. Then I could have the length determine... Have this be length. I could use that as kind of a... to recolor it, potentially. Map range. Bling. Color. And then... See, what's the max distance on this one? It's 0.75, so 0.75. And I'll do 0.5, just so that we get a good... Yeah, it does make sense that some of them are not... Yeah, okay. That does make sense, but I'm still a little saddened by it. I need to try out some other math with it. Because if I store the previous position, then the end position, I need to try that out. So I have the end position, and position. Take a look at that. So here we have the end position of all the lines, which looks very cool in and of itself. Maybe I'll try using that. But I need to also go into the geometry node editor. I'm going to store just the position beforehand. Position, to see if that makes a difference. Because I'm not entirely sure if it does. So end position versus position. Let's subtract these two to see if we get anything different. We do get something different. Let's get the distance. Color ramp. And how different is that from this one? It's exactly the same. Okay. So that is unnecessary. Great. Less named attributes to slow down the setup. Okay. Let's just take a look at this. Yep, everything's looking fine. Connect that to there. Okay, shader editor. Let's get back to this. Plug this back into there. Everything else is a tad unnecessary. And then this, I'll move back to there, that back to there. There we go. Line gradient and all that. Ping pong. Very nice. That's good. That's good. Maybe I'll lift this one up a little bit, just so that's, you know, at the same height as its buddy over there. Okay, yeah, you can have the same material, that's fine. I feel like the scene is just a bit too bright, but maybe that's just because my room is a tad dark right now. Alright, I'm unsure, should I keep this one or no? I think I should keep it. And gradient, and this will be length. Gradient, okay, that's fine. Just length. There we go, let's put this over to there. This feels just a little bit off to me. It's too bright. Colors are too bright, which is very rare for me to say. I think it's fine. It's fine. But maybe I can make it look better if I use this to multiply the color. How does that feel? Better or worse? Let's use a mix to determine a different color for it to go to, and let's see how that fares. White. Not that great. Nope. Let's go back to black. Like, that does make it feel better than just this. That also looks uglier, oddly enough. Let's use a hue saturation value node and see how that makes it work. So like that, we can determine if we want, say, a hue shift, which that actually makes it look a little bit prettier. I like that. Maybe I'll get sick of it in like 3 seconds, but we'll see. I also want to try, because I don't like how the color just kind of disappears there. So let me set that one to 1. There we go. So here, that just seems a little unnecessary. So if I just have that at the littlest bit, like maybe 0.5, just so that it's not as bright as everything else. Kind of looks olive colored. Alright, I think that's good for now. Line gradient and length. Maybe I'll go and make that just a little more subtle. Is that good though? Here, let me try going into... It looks... I don't know. If I do that, does that look better? Just to have 2 of those happening and then... Yeah, I think that, yeah, that looks better. It makes it feel more interesting. And that makes it look a whole ton more interesting. Maybe 45. Yeah, maybe let's have this be 45 on both. So 45 and 45, equaling that. Maybe a little bit less. 15 degrees. Right, combined. Nah, not feeling it. Like, I could try doing that. I don't know. I'm starting to dislike this more and more. I'll try to save it though. That's an interesting shape. Let's try a cone again to see how that works. Oh, wait, no, that's what I need to do right there. Yeah, that's the coolest version. Let's have this at 0.75. Kind of looks like the infinity symbol, but just a little different. And then I'll have, yeah, rotation speed, that's fine. But I'm going to switch out the rotation speed to make it so that it'll be only on the z-axis. So combine z, that'll be, yep, 1. Or yeah, that's fine. Even though, you know, that's not in radians or whatever. So, rotation speed. Good, let's go donk donk. Yep, that's fine. Alright, that's good. That is a cool demonstration, and let me put this one over to here. It feels like it should be bigger. Like that, but I think like that's fine. And I'll put it back over here. Bring this over to here, put that over to there. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, let me save. Should that be the demo? Or should that be the demo? Sci-fi gobbledygook or that? No, that should be what people first see. Something not super intimidating. At first, you know, relatively. I want to try another one where these are normalized. So that's normalize. Plug that into there. Oh, lovely. But yes, I need to make one with that. Okay, good. So let's delete that one. Duplicate this. Normalize. I don't even need to change the settings, which is great. I just need to do that and change that to like that. And then I need to change that down so that we can see. That's good. And okay, maybe I'll set this up a bit differently to where this is a vector, and then this is just rotated. Vector rotate. And then I'll just have that be an Euler. Plug that into there. And then maybe I need to scale that up, the rotation up by a bit. Or maybe the other one was fine. Like the results, no, the results are the same. So I can just do both of those, but I'll set the default noise scale to 1. There we go. So this one can be over here. And maybe, just maybe, I can use that line material on this one. No, not that one. Maybe animation speed, let's slow that way down. I don't know, maybe that should be like a random Euler rotation. But I feel like that's fine. Like, it's just doing that, but normalized so that it looks like a globe. No, that is fine. Let me set this to that line material. Like, maybe I should make this one line material 4, I think is the name. Shader editor. Change this to more of a red. Yeah, that's a better contrast to that. Then maybe I'll put a little hue shift on these just to make it look a little fancier. Then you will be blue. Or maybe I'll make that one a red. Let me select all of these, bring them over to this one. Just to see how that looks, and then I could render out the animations and post these. Which will be very, very nice. I'm looking forward to it. We're at 40 minutes so far. So it could be that. A little bit of purple in the mix. I like it. Makes it feel fancier. Yeah, just a little bit more subtle. 0.5. Or maybe a bit more. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Let's bring this one over to here, bring this one back. Like, this one just feels super experimental, so I'm still not super happy with it. But it's probably fine. Like, making it a more consistent... with more consistent colors is definitely helping it. That is something else. Well, I'll keep it with that mode. 1.5. How are we doing on frame rate? Not the worst. Okay. Circles, circle, icosphere, icosphere. It's just cube. That cube has a few subdivisions. I'll have this be sphere points. There we go. Geometry node editor. Let's just make sure all that's good. Okay, good. Alright, I think this is pretty much ready to ship. You know, I could just make that a bit bigger and then be like, oh, yeah, that looks better. Maybe like 1.1. Or 1.2. Yeah, I think that's... The mains, and then the examples over on the side. Yes, let's put these into the kind of animated category. Even though that one should be a little bit different. Nope, not that one. Even though it does look kind of good. A few more connections won't hurt, but I can't... Yeah, that's fine. Okay, it feels like the camera needs a little lift off like that. Alright, save. Let's put this back into the... Oh wait, I need to just make sure. Yep, that's all good, all good. shader editor. Line gradient, let's go and move everything back there. I just like having all the attributes sitting all nice and happy right there. Okay. There we have it. Everything's good. I'm happy with it. Shader editor is all good. I'm just gonna combine these two. And I'll put that up there. Whatever is the least confusing for the end user. Line material. And for that, and that. Yep, should be good. Alright, ready to ship. Let's move that there. Control S. Let's go and render out a still. Image, save as, just P1 for now. G, that's good. And I can render that out while I get this uploading, which shouldn't take too long. Let's upload the thumbnail. That's all going on Gumroad. Content. Uploading file. So yeah, any suggestions with the Plexus? Any feedback is welcome. Within reason, of course. Save changes. All right. And then I'll upload that to Gumroad. The one thing I really don't like about Blender Market is that you cannot upload like short 5-second videos. You have to go through YouTube unless you want to upload a 5 megabyte GIF. Which is very annoying because most of my things, they need to be animated in order to show their, you know, full effect. Let's see, let me go and minimize this for a quick second. Sorry everyone. I need to go and get that video and upload it to Gumroad. But yes, this will be Q&A feedback time. Here's one. Just previewing the animation. Okay, that's good for one. And now I will move it over to this one to get a render. Maybe a different camera angle. Oh, maybe I should have done motion blur on that one. Would motion blur work? I'll need to check up on a few things internally. Let's see, motion blur. Let's do a render. I don't know, is motion blur working? It doesn't look like it's working on the splines. Here, let me try, instead of that, it'll be like 15 steps. Okay, so it is working on that then. I need to check internally to see why it wouldn't be doing that properly. Maybe it's the duplicate elements node. I want to try a set ID node. This version of the file won't be saved, so I can play around with it as I wish. That's just to make sure everything is okay. 12. So that's how the motion blur should look. Let me go to another one. And change the steps to 1, max blur to 32. Interesting. Why would that break? I need to know. I'm suspecting that that's breaking all the motion blur stuff, but maybe it's something else down the line. That's a bummer too, because I wish I could replace that easily, but the duplicate index is so much better in this case. Duplicates 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, no, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, I'll just turn up the motion blur steps. This 2.25. Render it out. The render's kind of chugging a little bit. Maybe that's because it's at 32 samples. A file like this would probably need like only 8 or so. Uh-oh, the stream seems to be extremely behind at the moment. Sorry about that, everyone. Oh, and that's 10 seconds worth of Plexus happening. I do not need that much time with it. Okay, so motion blur, unnecessary. Let's set this to be... Let's see, how much time is actually needed to fully display the Plexus in all of its glory? And the falling speed is way too much, so let's slow it down. Maybe 0.3. Almost feels like that's not working quite as it should. It's probably fine. Yeah, no, that's fine. Let's render that out, which is a lot faster in the render. Okay. Yeah, that's all good. I'll probably end the stream now because I'm just uploading the videos and all that for the product demonstration and everything. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Just to remind you, this is going up on Gumroad later today. It feels just a little bit slow to me. So let me go and set it to 3.5. Yeah, is that a good speed, or should I make it 0.4? I'd always switch this to 30 frames per second. 50 frames per second feels really nice and smooth. Let's stick with 24, because that means that when I have to compress this all into GIFs for Blender Market, it'll be less data, which is nice. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.